G'day, Simon and James. Welcome back to South Sea Cars and Coffee. This is a special weekend, our first weekend back after the City of San Clemente agreed to continue the CUP, the permit of which we work under. So much support. You did an amazing job at the city hearing. Over 400 people showed up to support us. Absolutely incredible. So thank you if you're one of those people or even one of the people that signed our petition. Great morning this morning. Everybody's coming out to celebrate. What have you seen?
It's a lot of good stuff. SVJs, we have a ton of Mante cars, which is wild. Massive Porsche support. We had about 80 Audis, something showed up this morning. It has just been a crazy, crazy morning.
Yeah, and there's a F250 that the guys from Baja HQ brought in. What did he say he'd spent on that thing?
$700,000.
Yeah, pretty special. It's basically a trophy truck with an F250 scun around it. Hey, don't forget, if you come to South Sea Cars and Coffee, please remember, respect our rules. No speeding, no revving, no burnouts. That includes on the streets of San Clemente and getting on and off those freeways. Ton to see. Let's go for a walk and check some stuff out.
Let's do it. Starting off the exotics row with a very, very interesting car. This is the Maserati MC20 GT2 Stradale. It is essentially the crazy, all-out, road-going version of the MC20. This car is wild. I've never seen one in person. I honestly didn't even know they were going to make this car. You can see it still has that same 6-cylinder turbo. I'm not sure if this one's a hybrid or not, but very, very crazy aero on it. You can see all this carbon all over the place. Massive swan neck wing here. Huge intake scoops on the side. You have these cool wheels, center locks, massive CCBs. Fender vents, this really cool active hood as well. So you do lose the frunk on this car evidently, but very, very cool. Here we have a beautiful Ferrari SF90 here in the front row. Interesting spec, one of one, undoubtedly. So it has this really cool, interesting, like kind of almost anchor in the front. I believe this one has the Assetto Fiorano package as well, so it has tons of exterior carbon. You can see we have the carbon wheels here, which is a, I believe, $40,000 option, and a very interesting interior. So you have a yellow driver's seat and then a black passenger seat. Very, very cool. Love it. Tons of carbon on the inside as well. Here's that Assetto Fiorano wing. So you have the active flap here that moves up and down. Absolutely beautiful. So this is what I would consider the gentleman's SVJ. This is an Aventador Ultimate, so essentially a combination between the SVJ and the Aventador S. You get the S front end, the SVJ rear end, no wing, just very, very classy, very, very stylish. Love this car. Beautiful matte gray paint on here. You get the center lock wheels still, massive CCBs. And if we come around to the back, you can see it looks understated from here, but you do have the crazy center exit exhaust here. And honestly, I think for about $350,000 to $400,000 less than the SVJ, this is such a good buy. And speaking of the SVJ, here we have a beautiful one here, SVJ Roadster. We have a Revuelto next to it as well. So around the $1 million mark, 800,000, kind of that price range. Are you guys going to take an Aventador SVJ, or would you take the brand new Lamborghini Revuelto? You have the NA V12 non-hybrid versus the V12 hybrid, new technology. But I don't think the looks kind of match the SVJ. I think this is such a good looking car. But from a driving perspective, this one is just fantastic. You get the dual clutch, you get 1,000 horsepower, just a beautiful, beautiful car. So between these two, which one are you guys going to take? Comment it down below. Has to be one of the craziest 765s that I think we've ever had at the show. It's a beautiful 765 Spider. The spec on it is just crazy. You have these crazy like 3-color P1 seats on the inside, the exposed carbon line down the hood, pretty much every carbon option that you could possibly want on this car. Very interesting wheels from the factory and a beautiful green paint on it. So, so cool. Love this car. Here we have twin Manti Racing Porsches, starting off with the 991.2 GT3 RS. This one has the Manti kit. So for those of you guys that don't know, this company here, Manti Racing, essentially make aero kits that take Porsches and make them even more extreme. So you can see it's kind of understated on the previous generation. We've had a 992 Manti kit before, which is wild, but this one's much more kind of subtle. So you got little canard here, you have an aero disc on the back, you get the MR lettering on the side, and then you have the wingtips. I believe it comes with some suspension stuff, might come with an exhaust, not too sure. And then next to it we have the same thing on the 718 GT4 RS. Love the PTS color on this, kind of just a side note. Love the bronze wheels, just such a pretty car. And then take a look at the interior. You have the houndstooth inserts. Very, very pretty. Absolutely love these cars. arguably one of the most aggressive road-going McLarens. We have the 620R, so it's on the 570S platform. You get the 3.8-liter twin-turbo V8. I want to say it makes around 630, 640 horsepower. Absolutely love it. Orange finish on here. It is essentially a track version of the 570S, but one that you can street. So it shares the body with the MSOX, which is the same kind of thing, but the 620R is a, I would say, less rare version, but very, very pretty. You get the roof scoop here that you can find on the 600 LT. You get the center seats. You get this massive induction on the front, these two little hood scoops. Just such a cool car. Absolutely love it. So we have the Audi club out with us this morning. You can see basically this whole second lot is Audis, and then we have a ton of R8s. So much like myself, these guys are R8 enjoyers also. You have a bunch of the Gen 2s and Gen 3s here. Very, very cool. So many different specs here. This is crazy. This one's, wow, this is actually a car that came in from Canada, and it's not a wrap. This is actually a pink paint from the factory, which is very, very cool. Very cool 1718 here. And then one of the Gen 1s, a V10. Oh, let's see if it's gated. It is, no, I think it's an S-Tronic. Still such a cool car. And then we have another Gen 2 pre-facelift. Very, very pretty.
All right, we mentioned this truck earlier, over 700,000 in this build. Absolutely incredible. Just so many little things. We look inside, all the digital dash, navigation, etc. The hoses that come in from a air purification system over there is actually air conditioned, is actually got heated seats as well, but it's just such a monster of a build when you look around it. Aside from the fact that it's got 40-inch tires on this thing, very, very cool. Of course, the guys from Baja HQ who brought this along, they did all the lift work and suspension on my truck and put the wheels on it. They do such great work. They are winners of the Baja 1000, so they obviously know what they're doing. Have a look at the stuff in the back of this thing. Got a spare drive shaft back there just in case. Absolutely amazing truck. Have a look at this Dodge GTS. This thing's pretty amazing. Running a Gen 3 5.7 Hemi that's been stroked to 6.3. What did you say it was on the wheels?
It made 650 to the wheel.
With a tyre going flat.
Yeah, 890 foot-pounds.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I love what you've done here, going through into the like the cockpit. What's the story with that?
It's got a water-to-air intercooler in the footwell.
Ah, interesting.
And it's fed by a Davies Craig pump from the trunk.
Yeah, we'll go and look at that in a second. I saw that. Lots going on over here with pressure gauges and so.
One is oil pressure, one's fuel pressure, and then you have the MAC valves that control the wastegates.
Right, okay. It
uses CO2 from inside to operate additional pressure to the top side of the wastegates.
I mean, it's so much cool. I love the carbon fiber here. It just looks so good because it's interesting. The coil packs give away, and the fuel injectors obviously with the Holley EFI system. It's obviously a newer gen motor, but the thing about Hemis is they just look so cool. The fact that they've still got the plugs going down through the top, even though these days it's the coil packs. Yeah. I mean, this thing's super tough. Nice looking wheels on the front. We'll look at what's in the back in a minute. But this is because race car. It just purely. Can I open it up? Have a look in here. I mean, this is a proper race car in here. You've got the cage, you got the seat, you got that heat exchanger down there that's going on. Very, very cool. If we come around to the back, we'll just close this door properly. Look at the size of the rubber that's in there. World Racing on those massive slicks. And then come around to the back, you've got a pretty cool fuel cell in here. And then over here, this is the tank for the heat exchanger, the water air heat exchanger. Was pretty cool. Automotive filter, inline filter through here. They're great. There's a great choice of actually filter elements you can put in these things, from stainless steel to actually ceramic filters. I think I've got a glass one in the Camaro, fairly similar to this. But hey, what a cool build. It's great seeing these old school style race car builds and yet using a modern engine in it, which I think is very, very, very tough.
could, I know it would be.
I was talking to the owner of the C6 ZR1 when he pulled in. I think this generation of Corvette is going to be the one that's going to pull big bucks in the future. Part of it is because of what's under the hood. This, I think, is my favourite of all the LS engines, even up to the current LT range, which is really very similar, just, you know, direct port injection on the newer ones, a few other things versus plenum style injection. But LS9 was really special. This motor not only had a larger supercharger than the LSA that was used in the ZL1 Camaro and also the CDSV Cadillac, it also featured oil squirters on the pistons, and it also actually had all forged internals on it. So it was a super tough motor, still a 6.2 litre, but just a great motor, very reliable as well. There's a lot of other stuff. I had carbon fibre on this, things like the fenders, the roof, as you can see, a lot wider than the other cars. But this is the car, I think, that in 50 years' time, just the way the split window Corvette is the one that people always gravitate to on those early generations, I think this, probably more so than the later ones, certainly even more so I think than the C7 and C8, just because it was just such an iconic and fast car, over 200 mile an hour out of one of these.
I need to know what's living slowly.
Very pretty K5 Blazer here. Just everything about this car. The wheels just look so period correct. If we come down and look at the interior, have a look at that. It's just lovely. Look at that beautiful sort of plaid finish in there. So what's nice about this car is it's obviously been restored, but back to, you know, like original style condition, from the wheels to the wood grain across the back. The chrome is perfect on it. The canopy looks great. Like every single part of it looks wonderful. And then under the hood, if we come under here, this all looks like it could have just come from the factory. Like all the brake boosters brand new, and you know, some of these fittings would not have been sort of factory, but the rest of it just looks great. It looks like it's got the original carby. Maybe that was original, who knows. The heater box and like every single part of it, all the markings and everything. Somebody has done a great job on this thing. We get a lot of Broncos that people have done this to, but not as many Blazers, and it's so nice to see something that's been given this much love and attention. It's actually for sale, it says up there. If somebody buys this, they're going to get one heck of a thing to drive around in. Super cool. I think I've spoken about this GTO before. I think it's 65, really nice. Look at the triple carbs on it. Just everything under there looks so great, so original. Grey look of wheels on it. Black on black looks amazing. Looks all very original. And the thing that I love about the back of this GTO, they sort of stripes across the back, the chrome or polished aluminum, should I say, across there. Very nice looking car. Hey, this thing's pretty cool, isn't it? Land Cruiser. Judging by the fact that it's got these indicators on the front and the flush door handles, not swing down door handles, this is, to my thoughts, early 80s. Does it say on here? Just trying to see. Can't see it, but anyway, great looking. It's got the original 2F inline 6 standard original carburetor. That air cleaner, sort of oil-filled air cleaner, very original, great looking thing. I love the fact, see how it's got this canvas top on it and then the troopy seats in the back, so facing opposite. Just a really nicely fitted out Land Cruiser. It is actually for sale. I love the fact that it's all original. It's very super clean. 77, okay, so must have been one of the really early ones without these swing down door handles. Interestingly, yeah, I suppose the 80s were a little interesting. One of the things they did, if you looked at the later one, it actually had a straight line down through here. So great looking Land Cruiser for somebody who wants to buy one. So this sort of stood out in the crowd. You go, oh yeah, it's just a Volkswagen. Not at all. the telltale is the badge. It's got R36 badges, but notice it's right-hand drive, so obviously it's an import. Beautiful interior as well, just really typical Volkswagen, understated but classy. Really nice wheels, little added flares onto it as well, which is super cool, and British Columbia, so somebody's obviously imported it. This is one of those cars that you see that you go, huh, what is that? R36 was a great engine. This is a great little car, and great to see a wagon like this too, super cool. So here's not something you see every day. This is a 1980 MGB. One of the ways you can tell it's one of the later ones, notice the plastic bumpers, same on the back. The earlier ones had chrome bumpers. But the telltale of this car is pretty special. Odometer reading, when they bought it a little while ago now, is 590 miles. Can you believe that? 590 miles on a car that was built all those years ago. The paint on this thing just looks great. Got those beautiful alloy wheels, similar to what they used on Triumphs at a similar time. But under the hood, that very familiar little four-cylinder that was used on the MG with us. In this case, it's a single Stromberg. The earlier ones actually used SUs, and some of them twin SUs, but this has got a Stromy on there instead. But just crazy to think that this thing has got so few miles. You can tell it's an older car. There's a little bit of patina under here, but nothing wrong with that. Better to have that than have it restored. A car is only ever original once, so you don't want to start messing with anything on this particular car. Isn't that great? Just great to see something so original. Next to it, another one sitting there had its bumpers painted, but similar sort of era, slightly different wheels. They look like a Globe Light wheel, aftermarket wheel on it, but once again, that Stromberg carb on this thing. Great couple of cars. This guy, amazing, isn't it? Must be the morning for K5 Blazers. Another beautiful looking original looking one here. Small block, not so original under the hood as the other one we looked at. They've done a little bit of resto stuff on it. It's got a fuel injection system under there that bolts at the standard 4-bolt. You'd put a Holly or something on, but it's still running a distributor, still got a big air cleaner. It's got those classic looking valve covers on it. Beautiful color, but just like the other one, look at the interior. This time it's matching the blue, that beautiful wood grain on it. Isn't it great seeing these Blazers starting to get the same attention, as they should, I believe, as the Broncos? Very pretty car.
I think the girls with their nails done now.
Hey, look at this beautiful little GTR Skyline. You know, it's very sad to say that the last of the R35s, after 17 years, has just rolled off the production line in Tokyo. And going back to this sort of era, this is where that pedigree all began. There were others, but this is where that sort of GTR started to really become known for being a great little performance car. This is beautiful. You know, the fact that they had a 5-speed back then when most other cars were still using 4 speeds. Beautiful wheels on this, beautiful little flares, right-hand drive. It's got the mirrors up here. Somebody's obviously imported this from Japan, but I really love and respect this little car and the pedigree that this carried on right up until recently with the R35. The question is, what will the R36 be? Will it still be turbocharged, or is it going to be a hybrid system? I hope not. In fact, I'd love it if they went back to an inline 6, which is where that DNA first began. If I was to tell you that this is a 3-cylinder, you'd go, there's no way in the world that's going to be very fast. Wrong. This is a little GR Corolla, and that means it's over 300 horsepower. It's got a wide little stance, it's got these wide body panels, it's got nice seats in it, it's got a sports exhaust on it. This is a quick little car. It's basically what Corolla have built to compete against the likes of the Toyota Civic Type R. Thank you, my friend. Really nice interior. Look at the metal pedals in there, and it's just a great little car. They got so much get up and go they did. This motor and a couple of the cars, there was I think it was a Yaris, GR Yaris, and then the Corolla, which is a little bit bigger, but great little car. People underestimate these things. This is a real little pocket rocket. I suspect that this little thing may really hurt some feelings at the track. Aside from the fact that, have a look what's going on under here, massive turbo, just super clean, great work, nice looking catch can, nice aeromotive fuel system on there, just super neat. Slicks at the front, slicks at the back, and the owner who's standing over here told me it's 8.9 second quarter mile. I just said to him, oh, there's a new Corvette that does that straight out of the factory. Of course, that's the ZR1X, which also has electric assist and is also, I don't know, $300,000 and is also on a prep track. The fact that this thing goes 8.9, that is absolutely incredible. I know how much work it takes to get a car to go this quick, and this thing is very special. It's just great build, it really is. I mean, look at the carbon fibre on it. It looks clean, it looks neat. You know, I love the fact that it's obviously a purpose-built race car, but he still tries to keep it looking good. That's great. Really nice to see. Unfortunately, a lot of our Audis have now gone, but this was a club. I think there were 70 of them join us this morning. It's nearly 11 o'clock, so everybody's sort of leaving, but great to have this group along. Hey, isn't this nice? Just the seats in these things. Audis have always done a great job of interiors, but we had a great group. We had some R8s. We've got a little TT over there. We've had a whole mix of all of these Audis. Remember, if you've got a club and you want to bring it to South Sea Cars and Coffee, please reach out to us in advance. We'll bring you in early like these guys, get you set up so you can have a great day of it together.
That is it for a very busy South Sea Cars and Coffee. Thank you guys so much for coming out and checking it out. Please remember to respect our rules. That includes on the property, driving through the streets of San Clemente, and then getting on and off those freeways. I want to say a massive thank you to all the sponsors that helped make this event possible. We have the Bracketeer Way Marketing, McGuire's, Mazda, Next Level Auto Protection, iAccident Lawyers, European Exotic Center, Hillbank Motor Corporation, and of course Magnaflow and Camberg as well. I do also want to say a massive thank you to the volunteers that help us put on this event each and every week. We could not do it without you guys. Remember, if you want to become a volunteer, hit us up on Instagram at South OC Cars and Coffee Merch. So we handle all the volunteer rostering, and then while you're over there, check out some of our hats, hoodies, t-shirts, quarter zips, stickers, everything from Cars and Coffee that you could possibly want. If you are volunteering, you get to bring your car in before 8:30. Then Ruby's Anna provides a free coffee donut for everyone helping us out.
Mouthful there. Breathe. A big thank you, of course, to Ruby's for doing that and feeding the masses, and a big thank you to the outlets at San Clemente for allowing us to be here. We couldn't do the show without them, and of course the City of San Clemente for their support as well. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. We'll see you back here soon for another South Sea Cars and Coffee.
Thank you guys.